gentlemen, welcome to the 2010 Apics International Conference and Expo. Please welcome Apics Chief Executive Officer, Abe Ashkenazi, CSCP, CPA, and CAE.
Welcome to the Apics International Conference and Expo in Las Vegas, Nevada. Things were normal, we'd be in Nashville right now. This isn't Nashville, and this is not the Opryland Hotel. As many of you know, springtime floods caused the Cumberland River to overflow its banks and flood the hotel, which brings us here to Las Vegas. I'm very grateful that so many of you decided to join us here. This year has been an interesting journey for Apics. Last November, before we knew anything about the floods in Nashville, the conference committee decided the theme of this year's conference was going to be excellence in the new normal. I got to be honest with you, when I first heard about the theme, I was a little confused and a little bit curious. What's this new normal? How does it apply to supply chain and operations management professionals? Since then, the phrase the new normal has been playing over and over in my head like a hit song on the radio. Over the past 12 months, I've been struck by how much the ground has shifted underneath our feet. Now I realize the new normal is not the aftermath of some cataclysmic changes that we didn't predict, but an acceptance that we don't know what changes are ahead. And we may never have the same confidence that we had in the past when predicting change. This is the second year that I've been conversing with you through my weekly column, the Operations Management Now column. Most of you receive in your email boxes every Friday. Sorry about that. I appreciate the feedback and suggestions that I receive from you. They really are helpful for us. The discipline of producing the weekly column focuses our attention on the changes that are occurring in the global supply chain and how unpredictable global business is becoming. Also, how our members play a vital role in events in the world. In 2009, it seemed that almost every story that we ran every other week was about the economy. In 2010, in recognition of the fact that there wasn't going to be a quick bounce back, we started to focus on the emerging theme of disruption, both including environmental, political, and economic. We had a heightened sense of awareness of disruption, and it opened the door to conversations about the conditions that create sustainable supply chains for us. We'll be exploring those conditions at the conference, as we did in the column during the year. Some of the stories that we ran. First, we covered a story in February. We're still talking about it at the conference today, about Toyota, the recall of over 4 million cars in the US and Europe, with problems with their accelerator pedals. The recall is extremely embarrassing for an organization that was so well known for its quality management. In the new normal, quality is more important than ever, and mistakes can have global ramifications. In March, we covered the controversy of the United States Consumer Product Safety Improvement Act and how the laws influence everything from small manufacturers to large global supply chains. In the new normal, as trade opens across borders, more and more countries are creating regulations, making compliance more complex for global companies. In April, as a result of volcanic eruptions in Iceland, trailers to and from Europe were stranded. UPS and FedEx posted notices to customers about delays in their shipments. Waylaid products from flowers to car parts locked up the entire global supply chain. In the new normal, quick response to disrupted supply chains can often mean the difference between staying in business and going out of it. In May, things went bad from worse between the governments in North and South Korea, when, as evidence suggests, a North Korean torpedo sank a South Korean warship. Operations and supply chain management professionals were left to wonder what this conflict would mean for supply chains and businesses reliant on the region's manufacturing. This crisis was averted, at least for now. But in the new normal, immigration, political partitions, and border disputes are global supply chain issues. In August, we covered a story about a corrupt global supply chain manager. He was accused of providing suppliers with confidential information to help them win lucrative contracts from his company. In the new normal, supply chain management and the professionals responsible for it are increasingly on the spotlight. Heightened visibility leads to more scrutiny of professionals and their actions. So what did we learn about the world of supply chain and operations management this year? In the new normal, a firm grasp of fundamentals is vitally important. In the new normal, supply chain and operations management professionals must be strategy leaders. In the new normal, sustainability is not limited to climate change and environmental issues. In the new normal, corporate social responsibility is every employee's responsibility. In the new normal, visibility means supply chain leaders must be beyond reproach. In the new normals, leaders must not just embrace change, they must embrace disruption. So now I get the theme. I get the new normal. Things are different, and they're going to stay different. The new normal is not about a new state of being. It's about a constant state of disruption for us. And this disruption is creating innovation, productivity, and I hope for you, opportunities for competitive success. In the new normal, there's every reason to be optimistic, and we are at Apex. So how do you realize this success? How do you take advantage of the opportunities that are presented? The education programs at this conference are filled with sessions to point you in the right direction. And as you're listening to the presenters and talking with your colleagues, I encourage you to think about the specific ideas or actions that you're going to take away from this event to make your organization more successful and make you more successful in the future. How are you going to manage your career so you'll be ready for whatever happens next? At Apex, our goal is to ensure that you're ready for whatever business challenge or opportunity that you encounter. Apex will continue to explore and expand the body of knowledge to provide you with the information and support as you navigate the new normal. I hope you'll join Apex as we prepare for whatever comes next. Now, I'd like to welcome someone who was integral to the development of this event. During the past year, the 2010 International Conference Committee has built an outstanding program that you're going to experience over the next 3 days. The chair of the committee, Lisa Ross, led this group, and I'd like to extend my gratitude to her and the committee for their tremendous work. Please join me in welcoming Lisa Ross to the stage.
I would like to welcome you to the 2010 Apex International Conference and Expo. And I would like to join Abe in thanking the conference committee for their excellent work. Could you please stand and be recognized? Conference committee. We have put an exceptional program together this year, and I will say on their behalf, we truly hope you enjoy it. And as Abe mentioned, we did not intend to hold this event in Las Vegas, and it was a tremendous amount of work to move the event from Nashville. And I truly appreciate the contributions made by those of the Southeast District, the Southwest District, the Nashville chapter, and the Southern Nevada chapter, and all of the Apex staff for their support. In addition to our colleagues in Nashville, they're still recovering from the flood, and we wish them our best wishes. Attendance at this event has exceeded all of our expectations, and we are truly thankful for that. And this may create some issues with availability in some sessions. So to ensure there's room for everyone, please leave no empty seats and try to arrive early. Also at lunch, please make room for others. If there's a long line, you may want to wait a few minutes before going in. We'll be getting everyone through as soon as we can. We appreciate everyone's cooperation. At lunch today, there's even special table reserved for Apex social networking groups. Look for those reserved tables to meet colleagues you may know from Facebook and LinkedIn in person. There will also be bloggers from staff at the tables to give live updates online. A big part of this conference, and my favorite part, is networking, and I encourage you all